everybody, I'm Scott Allen Miller. Today on Sam IT, we're going to look at the difference between an ITSP, or an IT service provider, and an MSP, a managed service provider. These two overlap a lot, and technically the MSP is a subset of the ITSP. Let's start with ITSP. As an as an information technology service provider, ITSP, these companies are really basically IT outsourcers. It's a very general concept. They provide IT services to other companies. That's really all the more there is to it. We often use this term to refer to companies that provide those services in a very loose way, such as simply on an hourly basis or in a block of hours or something like that. Possibly at a project level where there's a scoped out project and then we decide from there how much something is going to cost. But ITSPs are generally seen as providing pretty much straight labor in a variety of different ways, so they're very flexible. An MSP basically does the same thing, but the expectation with an MSP form of the ITSP is that they're going to be predefining very specific service packages that have a much more defined price point. So with an ITSP, or the ones we call ITSP, we tend to think that we will order 1,000 hours and we will use 1,000 hours of labor over a period of time. With an MSP, we may instead purchase something like support of 100 users and have a flat rate for which we pay for those things. That's basically the only difference. Both of these kinds of organizations provide IT as an outsourced service to other companies. One simply doesn't define how it's going to price and structure that. The other, its name suggests a highly structured, predictable, packaged services system. That's really the only difference, and we tend to use the term MSP across the board because MSPs are kind of where the whole ecosystem became very popular, mostly around providing a flat rate per desktop or per user per month. So the company could say, oh, it's going to be $100 per user per month. I have 100 employees, it'll be $10,000 a month, flat rate, everything's covered. And that is really where the IT outsourcing in the SMB market kind of took root, because companies wanted predictable pricing. If they bought by the hour, they would freak out because they couldn't predict when they were going to use those hours, and things would be very expensive after a long period of being very cheap, and they would not understand how to work it into their business strategy. So MSPs became very popular for that reason. But really, these are two different aspects of the ITSP market. They're not opposing things. They don't have different core values or core skill sets or anything of the sort. You typically expect ITSPs to be a little bit more broad in what they can do, while MSPs are much more focused. So if you're working with an ITSP, you typically are going to expect that you're going to have to adapt to them, and working with an ITSP, you expect more likely that they are going to adapt to you. But that's more of just what you expect, not exactly what is required. Thanks for joining me. Remember to like and subscribe, put your comments below, ask about your business or what you're thinking about starting, or which you might want to use for your company. And of course, you could hire both. And as always, we have a link to Patreon in the comments, and you can sponsor us through there to help make it possible for us to bring more of these educational videos to you. Discover how easy and affordable business telephone service can be. Say it with Talkadillo.